guys, and welcome back to the channel.
Hello.
So today we have a Disney related video, and this is one which we've been planning to do for quite a while.
Yeah, actually we had it written down as one of our video ideas, and then we just never got around to doing it.
So we thought, now's the time.
Perfect opportunity.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to have a really informal chat about our favourite ever meet and greets. And these are our favourite Disney meet and greets from all of our trips.
All the parks that we've been to, yeah. And we were going to pick our top 10, but then we noted all of them down and we found it really hard to just pick 10, so we've chosen 15.
Yeah. We're going to be very quick because we do realise that 15 is a little bit excessive. So we're hoping that we won't be chatting for too long. But we hope you enjoy it, and definitely let us know all your favourite character meet and greets in the comments. Because although we've managed to meet quite a few, we're not the best, are we? We don't meet that many.
No, we do. It's like you've said, you know, there's people who tend to prioritise the rides more than characters. And there's people who prioritise characters over rides. So I think we fit into the rides category. But when we do meet characters, we love it.
We love it.
So in at number 15, this is from our January 2018 trip to Disneyland Paris. And this was actually on the last day of our trip. We decided that we were going to go and meet Mickey Mouse. But we didn't go and meet Mickey Mouse in Disneyland Paris Park. Disneyland Park. We actually went and met him in Walt Disney Studios. He was at the production courtyard bit where sometimes you get Woody and Pluto and all the other characters. But he was there. We
thought that was quite rare. I've never seen him there again. And it was nice because at Disneyland Paris you normally have a photo with Mickey inside. And because we don't have the photo pass in Paris, our pictures are never the best inside. So it's actually nice to get a really good photo of him outside. So in at number 14 is meeting Baymax in Epcot on our Disney World 2018 trip. Yeah. And this is the trip that we have 26 vlogs from. So if you're looking for something to watch whilst you're at home, we have 26 vlogs of this trip. Yeah. And we absolutely love this trip. And I remember we weren't sure about meeting Baymax. Well, we'd put it in the bucket list because I really wanted a hug from Baymax.
We heard that
he looked like he would give a really good hug.
We heard that he gave good hugs.
But we'll let you in on a little secret, which we actually didn't divulge in the vlogs.
Yeah.
We hadn't seen it. We hadn't seen Baymax, so we actually didn't. Well, it's not Baymax, Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
We've seen it now, so don't worry. But we hadn't seen it at the time, so we didn't really know what to talk about with him, and we actually didn't really know what kind of character he was.
We only knew about the ba-la-la-la-la-la because we'd seen other people do it.
Yeah, so we went up and did it, but we had no clue why we did it. But don't worry, we have watched it since.
Yeah.
But we loved meeting him, and I think if I met him again, I'd appreciate it more probably because I actually know what the film's about.
Yeah, same. Number 13, this is from Disneyland Paris, and this was from our November 2018 trip. So all of these trips we're talking about, we've vlogged for the channel, so you can find those. And this was our engagement trip. But we met Captain Hook, and this was a really spontaneous, we didn't plan to meet him. We just walked past and there was just hardly a queue.
Yeah.
And so we just decided to join. Now, I think up to this point, we'd mainly met, hero characters.
This was our first villain.
Well, I think we'd met previously Darth Vader, and that was it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, so we'd normally meet, the hero characters who like to have a hug when you first meet them.
So funny.
And Helena went first and said hello to Captain Hook. And then I went in and I went for a hug. And oh dearie. He was like, no. You do not hug Captain Hook. Who do you think you are?
Martin was so embarrassed. You came away and you're like, I can't believe I tried to hug Captain Hook. I can't believe that just happened. And I was like, why did you hug him?
Well, I don't know. It's what you do, isn't it? I was just happy to see him.
Captain Hook was not impressed.
He brandished his hook at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every time I stood next to him, he was like...
Get away. That was a really funny meet and greet, and what made it really special was that it was just really spontaneous. We hadn't planned on meeting him, but those photos always make me laugh.
And
they just remind me.
It's made me think twice now about going in for the hug
with villains.
Yeah. Oh no, with villains it's a no.
Oh, with villains
it's just a no.
So in at number 12 is when we met Fisherman Goofy and Pluto in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
In our Disney World 2016 trip. So this was our first time at Walt Disney World, and it was our first Disney trip ever together.
Yeah.
And we talk about these vlogs because we don't really vlog. we do like a montage, but we were both too scared to talk to the camera, me especially.
Yeah.
But
there's still a bit of talking in them.
Yeah, but they're so lovely to watch because that's just my favourite memories.
It was our first trip, yeah.
It's when we kind of discovered that we both love Disney, going to the Disney parks, and it kind of became our thing. But we met. This is probably my earliest memory of meeting. I don't know if it was our first character meet and greet. It feels like it.
I think it was. Yeah.
And we met Fisherman Goofy and Pluto, and I remember it because, and it is on the vlog.
We say fisherman. I'm pretty sure he's dressed in fishing gear, or is he dressed in like?
I don't know.
Like
he does fish, Goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just because he's in like the dinosaur area. So.
Yeah, he's in like the dinosaur area by the ride dinosaur, and I have a vivid memory of we were waiting to queue, and they'd just come back from having a rest, and there was a woman on her phone like walking along, and Goofy like snuck up behind her and like scared her. And I just remember it, and we caught it on the camera.
Yeah.
So if you're that person, sorry, we filmed you getting scared. But yeah, it always makes me laugh, and that was a really cute meet and greet, and it was our first one ever. So fond memories.
So in at number 11, this is actually in Typhoon Lagoon. One of my favourite places. I love Typhoon Lagoon. It's so relaxing. But yeah,
that was so intense.
But yeah, there's so much to do, so much excitement. Anyway, I've got sidetracked. But yeah, we were putting stuff away or getting stuff out of the lockers to go and have something to eat, I think. And this was from our Orlando trip in 2018. And just noticed that Stitch just came and started posing for photographs to the side. So we just were like, should we go in?
And then I tried to get Martin to do a Stitch impression, but he wouldn't do it.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I can still do it. I think this all stems back to when we were in Disneyland Paris, and I got picked on for the what's it called, Stitch Live.
Yeah.
And I was called a very, very, very bad man. That's not as good. That I've lost it.
You've lost the Stitch. But yeah, it was really fun to meet him, and yeah, it was really cute. We got some really cute photos. There's one where he's like kissing my hand. It's really cute. And then that was a really spontaneous one as well.
And isn't your brother's favourite character Stitch?
Yeah. So he was pleased
good
to meet him.
Yeah.
Number 10 is meeting Olaf at Hollywood Studios, again on our Disney World 2018 trip. And this is another funny memory one because Martin went up to Olaf and was like, "You have a lovely singing voice." And it just made us laugh so much. When we came out, we were like, "Did you just tell Olaf he has a lovely singing voice?" And it was, you probably had to like be there. It doesn't sound very funny when I say it. But at the time, it really made us laugh because Martin just got so overwhelmed.
The thing is, I sometimes struggle with what I'm gonna talk to them about. I get overwhelmed. It's like meeting stars. I get a bit tongue tied, so I always go in thinking of at least one sentence
they're always a bit weird.
that's gonna start things off. And yeah, that was the one. You've got a beautiful singing voice.
But Olaf really appreciated it. He was like, thank you. I think it's probably the first time he'd been told that.
He has!
And it was really sweet. I remember the character, like, attendant, was really sweet. I remember she was really funny.
Oh yeah,
and she like took some really good photos, and she was like really into it, which made the whole experience really great. And yeah, I really enjoyed that.
I did.
I love Olaf.
I think we should meet him again.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Number 9. So we're into our top 10 here. So number 9, it is Minnie Mouse, but it's Parisian Minnie. So this was from our, I'll have to double check. That was from our November 2018 trip. And this one, I just really remember because she just looked really cool. Like, had a really nice different outfit. And it was inside what's now called, I think, the Animation Celebration building, where you do the drawings. I think that trip we had done the... Yeah,
I think you'd done your drawings.
We'd done the drawings.
Your Mickey drawings.
So we spent a lot of time in that particular area. And this was a one that we managed to get on Line Bertie.
I think, I might be wrong here, but I think it was our first ever Line Bertie experience.
It might be, yeah.
And I remember it was really good because we didn't have to queue very long. And I remember Minnie Mouse took a really long time with us. Like, didn't feel rushed at all.
Yeah.
She really, like, interacted with us. And I remember the person taking the photo took so many photos.
Yeah.
So we got some really good, like, action shots because she was just, like, taking them.
And weren't you wearing a Minnie Mouse top?
Yeah.
And I was wearing that bright red Mickey Mouse top.
And I just loved her outfit. She just looked amazing. And I remember we came away from that because we're not like huge Minnie Mouse people. Like, we're not like, oh, we have to meet Minnie Mouse. But after,
I am now.
Yeah, but after that meet and greet, I remember you saying that was like one of my favourite meet and greets, like meeting Minnie Mouse. And I was like, yeah, me too, actually. And then from then, we've really liked her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I remember that one. It was lovely. So at number 8 is a character meet from our January 2018 Disneyland Paris trip. And this one was probably the most scary meet and greet I've ever done. And that was meeting Darth Vader. And I hadn't watched the films, had I?
I hadn't seen any.
So I didn't really, I obviously knew who Darth Vader was, but I don't know. He was really creepy.
Well, it's the way that they set it up as well. Is like, because they put you in a line, you don't see him inside the room.
Yeah.
And then he comes out and he just beckons you in.
Yeah, he's like, and then he doesn't say a word.
No.
And it's just really like you start to feel really awkward, but in a good way, because that's like the atmosphere they're trying to get.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, just in the photo, like. And then, I just remember it's a really creepy experience.
And speaking of awkward things that I tend to say to them, I think I said, best of luck with your plans, Lord Vader.
That sounds like you're evil. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Is that the vlog?
I don't know, it might be.
But I really remember that meet and greet vividly. Because I remember just turning to Martin and being like, were you really scared? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, good, because I was really scared.
But it's the power of that suit.
Yeah. It's very overpowering.
Yeah, it's just the outfit is just so well designed. It just continues to scare people.
Yeah.
Number 7. So if you haven't guessed, I'm a fan of Phantom Manor.
I haven't actually done a Phantom Manor fact in a long time. I know,
I'm so sorry. Since we started doing daily vlogs and daily videos,
which would have been the perfect time.
I've forgotten. I know. The next time we have a vlog, I'll make sure that I do a Phantom fact. And maybe even might drop one into the Disney quiz just at a random point.
Yeah, maybe we'll have like an interval
Yeah.
where you can go get a little drink, and also Martin will read a Phantom fact.
Number 7 is Phantom Mickey. So they no longer had Jack Skellington there, and they decided to put Mickey Mouse in his Phantom outfit. And I believe they've also had Stitch there now.
In the Phantom outfit.
Yeah, but we met Phantom Mickey, and it was really cool.
And I remember we actually didn't know that he was going to be there. We saw him and we were like, oh my gosh, it's Phantom Mickey. And then we checked on Line Bertie, and we were so lucky. We managed to get a slot.
Yeah.
Just at the time we checked. So I remember feeling really lucky that we actually managed to meet him that day.
Yeah. But there's a bit at the beginning where like you walk up to him and he does like a bat shape, and you were like,
I was like, ooh.
What should I do?
This isn't a normal Mickey. So in at number 6, and this is from our November Disneyland Paris 2019 trip, and this is when we met Jafar. Again, we didn't plan on doing this. We just happened to be walking past when Jafar just got there. So there was no queue, was there? We were the first, or second. I think we were second.
Second, yeah.
And we were like, should we meet him? Because he looked a bit scary.
Also, a bit of a backstory. So we'd done a Disney villains tag, where Helena had said that he was the most overrated villain.
I know. So I felt bad getting a photo with him because I had like dissed him in our video, and I was like, oh, imagine if you watched it.
Yeah.
But he was pretty freaky as well. He just kind of stared into your soul.
Yeah, and the cast member again took a lot of photos because like he did loads of stuff before the actual photo got taken, hypnotising us with his staff.
And there's this picture where I'm literally looking at him like terrified, genuinely terrified. So that's a really funny meet and greet.
Yeah. So number 5, this is from our January 2020 trip.
The most recent.
So this is our most recent trip, and we wanted to really meet director Goofy. The last time we'd met Goofy was all the way back in 2016, the one that we mentioned earlier. And
4 years.
Yeah, and we've never met him as you enter a Walt Disney Studios in Disneyland Paris, and he's normally in his director gear. But for this occasion, he was wearing his classic outfit.
Yeah.
Which actually, I thought was quite nice. So this is me I seem to just embarrass myself every time I meet a character. So again, I was thinking in my head, what can I say to him? And I said, oh, right, yeah, I'm going to say, when are we going to get a Goofy movie 2? Now, those of you out there that know there is a Goofy movie 2, you'll know that this wasn't going to end well. So I asked him when we were going to get a Goofy movie 2, and then the cast member that was with him said there is one. It's called The Extremely Goofy Movie, which we've since watched. But yeah.
Goofy was not impressed. He was like...
No. And like everyone in the line heard this interaction as well.
It was funny though. I remember in the vlogs, you got it on camera. He gave me the biggest hug ever. Like literally, it was really. It was a full-on hug.
He was full of life. He was all over the
beans.
place. You can imagine him walking into stuff.
And it was funny because where he was taking photos, the ground had been like dug into because he kept jumping on the same spot and like scuffing his feet on it.
Yeah.
And it's really funny. You can see in the photo. The floor's just like black around him.
Mm-hmm. But he's one of my all-time favourite characters. I think he is my favourite classic character.
Yeah.
So it was really good to meet him. I am Goofy.
So in at number 4, this is a character meet from our November 2019 trip. So our second to last one.
Yes.
And this was when we met Chip and Dale.
Oh.
And we have wanted to meet Chip and Dale for...
couple of years, I think, wasn't it?
So many years, yeah, because we watched everyone's vlogs and they all seem to have such funny interactions with them and they always look really fun. But there's always been a huge queue for them, so we've never really got round to meeting them. And I remember it was near at the end of our holiday and we were like, should we just go for the first meet and greet at like 11, I think it was.
Yeah.
And go before it. And I think we went 15 minutes before their first character meet of the day. And I think we were like 4 people behind in the queue.
It was so good.
It was so good. So we only waited like 20 minutes. And they were really fun.
Well, their interactions started as soon as they like walked around the corner.
Yeah.
So Chip was it who came? He came and stood in front of me, acting as if he was waiting to meet Dale.
Yeah, it's really cute. And I remember we had all our badges on, and I can't remember, it was one of them was like, where's us? Because obviously I had like Slink and Dog and I had the Mad Hatter and everything, and they were like, where's our pin?
Yeah.
So that was really fun, and the photos are really funny because at like one point they're like covering my face, at one point they're like dancing around,
they're interacting with each other, they're doing the old
they didn't disappoint.
No,
they were really good.
Fun.
And I think when we left, the queue was like all the way around the corner, so that's a very good tip. If you really want to meet Chip and Dale, I would advise going 15 minutes before their first character meet of the day. Yeah. Because then whenever we saw them again, the queue was just really long.
They were in demand.
So we have been going alternate, but we're going to swap now because number 3 is just so close to my heart. So in at number 3 is when we met Winnie the Pooh and Tigger at Disneyland Paris, and this was on our November 2018 trip. So this was our engagement trip.
This was the engagement trip.
And I had wanted to meet Winnie the Pooh since... Well, I met him when I was young, and I had a little toy from when I... visited Disneyland Paris as a child, and then I hadn't met him since. But again, he's a very popular one.
That he is.
So we joined the queue and we queued for 2 hours, which is the longest we have ever queued for any character or any ride. We actually queued for Flight of Passage for like an hour and a quarter.
Less time than it took to meet Winnie the Pooh.
It's the longest we've ever queued for anything. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, like it's going to get to the end and he's going to leave and we won't get to see him.
Yeah.
But we did, and he was with Tigger as well, and we did a little dance and we got the photos, and I just remember being so happy the rest of the trip. I was like, I can't believe I've met Winnie the Pooh. This is like
dream come true.
Dream.
You were hogging Winnie. I couldn't get anywhere near Winnie. I was over with Tigger and Tigger was like, Right, okay.
We were just like dancing, and I was like telling him that he's my favourite.
Yeah. Oh,
It's really cute.
the look on your face when you go and meet him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely.
So that's definitely in our top 5 and top 3, definitely.
In at number 2. So this is why I'm talking about this one. This was in our Orlando 2018 trip. And this took place in, I think it's the Pixar Courtyard, I think it's called, which I don't think they meet there now. I think they meet in Toy Story Land. It is Woody and Buzz. I'd wanted to meet them for all the other trips I think that we'd been on.
Since 2016.
And you said to me, do you want to go and do it? You were like, I'll come in with you if you want to go and do it now. So thank you.
That's right. And I remember I really needed the loo. Do you remember? Yeah. And I was like, okay, it won't be that long. It was a long queue.
And then we got to the front, and then they went away for a bit of a rest, and then they came back. But then something else happened, and they went away again.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Like, why do they keep going away?
And then they came back, and it was just so incredible. I just turned into that kid from like 1996 that was still watching Toy Story. Thought about all the memories. Like, I had all the Toy Story toys and stuff, and there was Woody and Buzz right in front of me, and like they just made it really special. Woody was dancing in front of the camera.
Buzz Lightyear did his Spanish
mode. He did his Spanish mode. Oh, there was just so much going on in the photos that we got from it as well. I mean, you just see me beaming.
Yeah.
And I was like, again.
Mum was even taking photos in the queue because they had these like little, like you could pretend you were in one of the toys.
My favourite one's the Buzz Lightyear one.
Yeah, in the box.
Yeah. But I remember I again just went to Woody. You're my favourite deputy.
There's a photo actually, you have to insert this one, where Woody has his arm on your shoulder and you literally look like a little kid looking up at him. You're just like the biggest smile. It's just one of my favourite photos because he just looks so happy.
Yeah, I loved it.
So in at number 1, it has to be the main man, Mickey Mouse. But this one is very specific. So this is our Disney World 2018 trip. And this was taken on our first morning at Magic Kingdom. And it was with my whole family and Martin. And it was just so special and one of those meet and greets that I will just remember forever. And we got so many photos. And we went to celebrate my mum's birthday. Yeah. So she got the first photo with Mickey. And she just, in the vlog, you can see it, she just runs up to Mickey, gives him the biggest hug. And then she had like a photo shoot. She had so many photos with him. And then we were like, can we get a photo? And then we had a photo with like the whole family. I had one with my brother, a photo with you.
Yeah. And they don't rush you. They just let you take as much time as you need.
Yeah, we had so many photos from that meet and greet, and yeah, it's just something that I will remember forever. To
be able to share that love of Disney with your family who embraced it as well.
They did. I wasn't sure because they'd been to Disneyland Paris when I was a child, but they hadn't been to a Disney park since. So there is always that fear of like, oh, they might not like it. Yeah. But they fully embraced it, and my dad absolutely loved it as well.
He certainly did.
And yeah, we were looking at the photo albums when we were deciding our favourite character meets, and those photos are just so special.
And that's it. There's our 15 top character meets. Again, put yours in the comments. Put like your memories of those times. We love reading those comments and replying. They also give us some ideas of some of the characters we can meet in the future. Something I just want to quickly mention is before we started recording this, we actually watched a parade from Disneyland California, didn't we?
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, head to the Disney Parks official YouTube. I'll pop it in the description box. Yeah. And I think it's called Magic Happens, and it's their new parade, and it's filmed amazingly. It feels like you're there. Yeah. And it looked incredible.
And Didn't it look good? It was just a nice bit of Disney to immerse ourselves in for 8 minutes.
Disney magic for your living room. Yeah. And then also before we go, we'll just mention it on each video. We're doing a Disney quiz on Thursday.
Yes.
We haven't decided a time as of filming this.
But I will be putting out
a poll.
No, I'll be putting out the video because by this point we might have decided already what time it's going to be. So the video will come up on the channel just saying when it's coming up.
Yeah, we think it will probably be around 6-7 p.m.
Yeah.
in the evening. But we're going to do a Disney quiz. So make sure you bring your family, bring whoever you're with, get a notepad and pen, and take part.
We're going
It
to
should
have
be fun.
five categories, 10 questions in each. We'll be playing along as well because I'll be asking half and Helen will be asking half. So we'll be having fun together. Yeah. We're all in this together.
You haven't actually watched that yet.
I haven't.
So thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow for our second kitchen session.
Yep. Managed to get one recorded.
We did. So we'll see you then. Bye, guys.
Bye.